Welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. Tonight, in the most scientific way possible, we are going to answer the question, is bourbon getting better or is bourbon getting worse? A lot of things in this world are getting better. Let's see, automobiles, computers, your telephones, your dating apps, your sexing apps, your marrying apps, your sexing while married apps. Everything is getting better and better these days, easier to use, more user-friendly, and making people happier. But is that the case with everything? Case in point, is today's bourbon as good as they made it 10 years ago? In order to determine this, I went back in my time machine. It is a 2004 Toyota Corolla with a flux capacitor and 86.3 1.1 gigawatts of energy, and it goes 88 miles per hour relatively quickly. I got in the Camry and I went back to 2010 and I got a bottle of 2010 Wild Turkey 101. People in 2010 were like, wow, you drive a pretty old car. And I was like, it's a 2004, it's not that old. Then I got back in the Camry and transported time. I got back to 2020 and I bought this little bitch. Which one is better? There's got to be a way to figure it out. Is the quality of bourbon going up or is the quality of bourbon going down? Well, it's about to go down because I'm about to throw down in this turkey on turkey showdown. 2020 turkey. America. Blue. I put the 2020 Wild Turkey in the one with the blue because the first time I drank Wild Turkey, it blew my mind. The 2010 Wild Turkey 101, America, is going into green. Now, to confuse the birds, we must spin. We must spin. And then we cap them. Just like that. Magic. Am I losing a light? Oh boy. That's not good. Now, the battle of the labels. 2020. It's got a up close and personal bird. You can really see its gullet and its schmullet and his gobble and his wobble. You can get a good look into his eye. And he looks like he means business. If you ask Jimmy Russell if the turkey has changed over the years, he will tell you no. His bourbon hasn't changed. They're doing stuff the same way and it's tasting the same. Does it taste the same? We're about to find out. For more than 60 years, legendary master distiller Jimmy Russell has been crafting Wild Turkey 101 the right way. With high rye content, this iconic bourbon is perfectly aged for up to 6 to 8 years in American oak barrels with the deepest char for more character. So they say they've been doing this the same way for friggin' 60 years. Take a gander at the old label, the 2010 label, and it, to me, is more appealing. It is textured, so you know it's good. It has a full-bodied turkey, and it is in living color. I kind of like the old label a little bit more for some reason. Don't know why, but I do. The famous name on this bottle comes from a group of wild turkey hunters, one of whom brought a special 101 proof barrel-aged bourbon on their annual hunting trip. In later years, they always requested that Wild Turkey bourbon, and to this day, it is still handcrafted in the same slow traditional way. So this doesn't have an age statement on it, the older one, while this one says it's aged at least 6 years. The 2020 has an age statement, the 2010 does not. Does that mean that this is older than this? Don't know. Don't know. I am not a doctor or a doctologist, but I do have the world's best tasting palate, so let's do that right now. ADHD Whiskey Challenge coin coming off the top. Sweet cherries, vanilla cherries, yogurt covered cherries, like a vanilla yogurt covered cherry. Which one are you? Are you the old or are you the new? A little more astringent on this one. A little more sour notes on this one. This one is a little bit sweeter. Maybe getting a little bit more oak on this one. A little bit more oak on this one. They definitely nose differently. They smell different. Between the years of 2010 and 2020, the noses have changed. Okay, this one smells older, this one smells younger. I'm getting more oak and barrel char on this one, whereas I'm getting more corn forward on this one. That's that quality bourbon. Got some dry roasted peanuts, a little bit of dusty corn, dry roasted peanuts, a little bit of spice on the back end, like maybe like not a cinnamon. It's in that ball range though, if you know what I mean. In that ball range or something. All right, let's smell the second one. Smell number 2. Yeah, like again, I said this smells a little bit older. I'm getting a little bit more oak on this one. Now let's have a taste. Those are different whiskeys. Those don't taste alike. Those taste different. Those, they're not polar opposites, but they are different. I feel like they share some of the same characteristics, the cherry, the nutty peanut, but this second one seems to have more barrel char and a little bit more funk, like a little funk to it. I don't know what I mean by funk, but you know what I mean, right? No, probably not. Whoa. Gotta give it the old oval. The oval method. It's the oval method with your arm. The oval. Me, you. Me, you. All I know is this tastes a little bit spicier. Younger dusty corn, cherries, vanilla. Oakier, older, spicier, darker flavors. This one is the winner, easily, hands down. So the question is, does the 2020 bottling that has the 6 to 8 year old age statement on the back taste older than the 2010 bottling with no age statement? Or did they just not put an age statement on the bottle in 2010 and age it longer than they do now? We're about to find out. Let's go with glass A, the younger dusty corn version. If the sticker on the bottom of this glass is green, that means it is from 2020 because I put the blue sticker on the bottom of the Wild Turkey 2010 version because the first time I had Wild Turkey 101, it blew my mind. Chicago. Blue. Weird. I did not see that coming. I am surprised, I think. I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised. I personally thought that the 2010 version was going to come in here and kick some ass and throw people around the room and elbow drop and then talk smack on the mic. The 2020 version is older, oakier, spicier, and better. In this totally super scientific experiment, I must say that bourbon, along with technology, is getting better. And that is science, because that's what my mouth told us. And my mouth is hardly ever wrong, except for when it's wrong a lot. For sure. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. this was a totally legit, super scientific experiment that you won't find anywhere else except for a lot of other places. But I do it the best of the worst, some would say. What do you think? Does bourbon from 10 years ago taste as good as bourbon today? Or better? Or worse? What's your experience? Like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on building time machines for things other than going back to the past for bourbon. Like going back to the past for a sports betting book that you could win billions and jillions of dollars on with, because Marty McFly and the doctor. Great Scott.